A shot in the dark for a group worried about its bottom line.
Yeah, residents and owners of a handful of downtown Portsmouth businesses want the state to reconsider the case that made tolls legal and looming in Hampton Roads. And they're relying on members of the General Assembly to right what they call a wrong. Andy Fox has all the details in a story you'll see only on 10. Andy?
Anita and Stephanie, they want to appeal to anyone in power who can right what they say is wrong. This is a letter from a Portsmouth resident who is also a businessman. And he says the General Assembly that legislated the Public-Private Transportation Act can fix what's wrong with it. The open letter sent members of the Virginia General Assembly is penned by Portsmouth businessman and resident Charles Greenhood.
The number one problem is that we had a justice sitting on the court who should not have been sitting on the court for this case.
That justice, William Mims, former member of the General Assembly, who in 1995 voted for the Public-Private Transportation Act, he just ruled constitutional from the bench.
He, then and now, favor the constitutionality of this legislation.
Even though many others in the General Assembly felt the same way, that it was the right thing to do.
That was then. Many now realize the flaws in the Public-Private Transportation Act.
In the letter, Greenhood blasts Justice Mims for several conflicts. In 2000, advocating the establishment of a public-private partnership office inside VDOT.
Justice Mims possibly had undue influence on the other justices because he wrote and authored this legislation.
Greenhood notes Justice Mims wrote opinion letters supporting public-private partnerships when he worked in the state attorney general's office before becoming a judge. And he was in the same law firm that represents ERC that argued the case before Justice Mims. All justices voted to support the tolls on the tunnels, ruling they are user fees.
You call them what you want. User fees, taxes, tolls. They're an encumbrance on the economic future of Hampton Roads and of the Commonwealth.
Finally, in the letter, Greenhood calls on legislators to take whatever immediate action is necessary to help.
What can they do?
I'm hoping that they can do something. And the something that I need them to do is to understand that this was a wrong deal.
The anti-toll group members are fighting back after their loss at the state Supreme Court. As we have reported, they are counting on help from Governor-elect Terry McAuliffe and soon-to-be Secretary of Transportation Aubrey Lane, who's also from Hampton Roads. We'll keep you posted on all developments in this changing story, perhaps. I'm Andy Fox, 10 on your side.